India's digital welfare delivery promises inclusion, but does the data reveal progress? Hello, I'm Kanishka Singhal, an aspiring analyst. This project is my attempt to analyze India's digital welfare delivery system using Aadhaar linked data to uncover which states are leading, which are lagging, and where cracks in the system remain. I have structured this analysis into three major parts: resource allocation, the input, system barriers, the ground reality, and Aadhaar integration, the progress check. Let's move to the dashboard and uncover the insights. The data reveals that 71 schemes were introduced under DBT in the year 2016, and the government released the funds under two categories. The welfare funds amounted to around 14,000 crores in the financial year 2016-17, and the information, education and communication IEC spendings around 64.6 crores. Agencies like the Carrot Media and the Bureau of Outreach received the largest shares to run campaigns through TV, print, and media. Interestingly, while larger states received higher total funds, Sikkim tops per capita DBT allocation at 33,000 per person, more than double any other state, followed by Rajasthan and Haryana being the top fund receivers. On the other hand, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and Himachal Pradesh receives the lowest per capita funds, amounted between just 300 to 450 rupees per person. Allocations vary widely, raising the question: are they driven by need, population, or politics? Coming to system barriers, the gaps noticed in scheme implementation in financial year 2016-17 and 2017-18 were performance and utilization gaps. I have categorized the graph in four categories, and it shows out of 36 state UTs, only 14 are consistent fund utilization reporters, which is clear from the map visuals covering 2016-17 and 2017-18 year data. Coming back, 8 state UTs were in continuous non-reporting category. Coming back, despite having 5 states which had improved the reporting status, we also had 9 states that showed reporting lapses. The trend is alarming. For every one state that improved its reporting, nearly two others lapsed. We are losing ground on transparency faster than we are gaining it. And the inconsistency is raising a critical question: why do some states improve their reporting while others lapse? Is it a matter of administrative capacity or simply lack of accountability? If reporting lapses continue, how can policymakers trust fund utilization data to guide future allocations? Also, while going through Anganwadi services fund utilization, which is divided into general, the administrative funds, and SNP, nutrition specific funds, I found three major outliers, which are West Bengal, which shows SNP fund utilization approx 40% above the funds released, and general fund utilization around minus 50%, which indicates a heavy reliance on the previous year remaining budget, keeping the budget released for 2016-18 unutilized. Delhi also utilized its last year's general funds. And another major outlier is Jammu and Kashmir, which had minus 50% SNP fund utilization for the year 2016-18. If these anomalies are real, they point to a serious accountability risk. funds either misallocated or left unused, which directly undermines service delivery in nutrition and childcare. Now, while analyzing the public distribution systems transactions, that is India's primary food security networks transactions, which consist of two major factors, the ration card seeding and the fair price chalk automation. I focused on spotting the real issue behind the PDS failures in different state and UTs and classified them in four major categories. First, operational bottlenecks. 11 states show full seeding and automation, yet citizens still face transition failures pointing to technical glitches or dealer level disincentives. Second, infrastructure laggards. Manipur stands out with weak FPS automation. Third, registration deficit. States like Nagaland, Meghalaya lag in ration card seeding. Finally, the bright spot, 16 states are saturated and functional. The key takeaway here is clear. India must not only saturate infrastructure but also resolve friction points like biometric failures and dealer level incentives. Moving to Aadhaar integration, I have divided 71 schemes introduced in 2016 into 6 pillars as food security, employment and livelihood, social security, health and nutrition, education and scholarships, and subsidies and others. The graph shows the percentage of Aadhaar linked and unlinked beneficiaries and the schemes covered under the pillar, where food security has the highest percentage of linked beneficiaries and covers a single cash transfer for food subsidy scheme, followed by employment and livelihood, which covers 4 different schemes. On the other hand, education and scholarships covers the highest number of schemes, 32 schemes, but shows almost zero Aadhaar linkage. This is a red flag. Without integration, scholarships risk leakage, duplication, or exclusion of genuine students. Similarly, health and nutrition schemes represented primarily by Janani Suraksha Yojana shows only about 9% Aadhaar linkage. With such low coverage, even critical maternal health interventions remain vulnerable to inefficiencies and weak targeting. Combined, these pillars highlight a major weakness in India's digital welfare architecture. Entitlement exists on paper, but without Aadhaar integration, benefits may not reliably reach the intended citizens. And this uneven integration raises a policy concern. Are certain pillars like education and health being neglected, or are technical and infrastructure barriers slowing progress? We may see the Aadhaar linkage before schemes introduced. Do this graph, which shows Tamil Nadu's low Aadhaar linkage, reflects how even relatively advanced states can face challenges in digital integration. In contrast, the Northeast, with states like Mizoram and Meghalaya, continues to lag. Together, these patterns highlight the uneven pace of Aadhaar integration across India, where some regions have achieved saturation while others remain far behind. Covering the seeding view of two major schemes as under MG Narega's 2022-23 EBPS linkage, majority of India has failed to reach the saturation threshold except Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, which performed really well. This signals implementation challenges in digital reach delivery. Another important scheme covered is midday meals, under which a massive corridor stretching from Rajasthan and Gujarat to Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal shows low Aadhaar linkage among students. And almost the entire northeast region, except some areas, failed to reach this saturation. While the South Indian states like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu shows the highest levels of integration. Unlike these, the majority of the country has performed well under PDS seeding 2021, but the whole northeastern region, except Tripura, with some other states, hold a red flag under the seed. Breaking the visual insight down to its two major factors, ration card seeding and FPS automation, to show the PDS growth, as clear from the visuals, there was a massive growth from 2016 to 2021 in ration card seeding, converting an underseeded country to a saturated seeding country, except the northeastern region, in 5 years. Is a major growth and significant structural achievement by the Indian government. Also, in case of FPS automation, almost the entire country has reached the saturation state by 2021, except Assam, with unrealistic increase from almost 0 to 100% in 6 lagging states in just 2 years. This shows the exceptional growth covered by the government under this domain. Here, India's digital welfare architecture shows two phases: rapid progress in PDS automation and ration card seeding, but persistent gaps in schemes like MG Narega, midday meals, and education. The uneven Aadhaar integration reveals a deeper challenge: strong infrastructure in some regions, but incomplete reporting and slow implementation in others. The overall analysis provides a direct answer to the central question. The evidence shows that progress has indeed been made, but it remains uneven, inconsistent, and incomplete. The leading state UTs are the southern states, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. The lagging state UTs are the northeastern state UTs, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Assam, and parts of central northern India, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal. Majorly the ones receiving the least per capita DBT funds. And four major cracks in the system are uneven allocations and anomalies in fund utilization, lapses in reporting, PDS barriers, and weak Aadhaar linkage in education and health. Thank you.